So the other day I posted about what I went through, and I was hoping I get comments like, "Oh, congratulations," or "Wow, it's great that you made it through that. That's really positive." And I was hoping that the story I shared would inspire others to get through the problems in their lives, and it would inspire others in a positive way. But every single comment was negative, and they all said, "Oh, you're this kind of person. You're a bad kind of person. You're a piece of shit, whatever." And that's fucking baloney because our world is so full of negativity. And it would be nice if people would be more positive on the internet. And that's the mediocrity of the internet, okay? I told my story hoping that it would bring positivity. If you could share and gather in love, okay? I didn't share that story to get mocked, okay? I don't know why the fuck you're mocking me because my charges were dropped. So that's a good thing. So why are you guys mocking the shit out of me? Fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? I'm not pissed. I'm trying to stay calm here. But, at the end of the day, to mock me for my charges being dropped doesn't make sense, okay? I'm trying to share a story to inspire others with the problems in their lives. I'm not sharing a story to get mocked, okay? So we gotta try to get along here. I'm keeping the comments on the videos. I was thinking about disabling the comments, and I thought, no, I'm not gonna disable. People can comment as much as they want. If you want to call me a sex offender or call me a criminal, those two videos, that's where you do it, okay? So that's the way it's gonna go. And I think that the majority of YouTube commenters are totally immature and not grown up, okay? A grown up is going to look at what I post and say, this is very good what he's doing. He's telling the story of what he went through. I wrote a memoir on my life and I will get it published one day but it's in detail. Like, I went in jail, this happened, that happened, yada, yada. It's like a story of what I went through, and I think people would be interested in reading it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just telling the story of my life. And I didn't tell the story to cause negative behavior or negative reactions. I told the story because I was trying to create positivity out of something shitty that happened. It was shitty, it was bad what happened. I was scared and it was rough. But in the end the charges were dropped, so that's fucking wonderful, man. Fuck yeah, dude. So in the end, like, yeah, it worked out, but I wasn't expecting the comments that I got. I thought people would say, "Hey, congratulations, that's really great that you survived that," and I'd be thinking, "Yeah, thank you," but no, everyone had to be a friggin' asshole. That's not nice. If I was convicted, I could understand. Oh, you're a convicted sex offender. You're a piece of shit, or you're a convicted uttering threats, dude. But my charges were dropped, and the Crown dropped the charges. I don't think they just dropped it for the reason they did. For me, when there's a court case, I think the Crown should look at the defendant not just based on the charges, but if they're a good person and they deserve the charges to be dropped. Because for me, I think they saw, like, oh, this guy is a good person, he just kind of screwed up a bit. Possibly, depending on how you look at it. You know what I mean? And they said, you know what, Nikolai, we're going to give you a break. We're going to drop your charges. And that's what happened. Sometimes shit happens depending on how you look at the situation. And that's just the way it goes. But these negative comments are insane. It's ridiculous what you guys are saying about me. And if you want to say that, those two videos about my charges, put it in there. There you go. You can talk all you want. But what I'm trying to say is negativity is bad, okay? Negativity festers in itself and it grows and it becomes a huge problem. Negativity is really, really bad. Positivity is good. We want positivity, okay? I want positivity on my YouTube channel, not negativity. If you guys want to keep being negative, it's up to you. But what I'm trying to fucking say here is let's be friends, let's be nice, and let's try to say nice things about each other and nice things about me. Okay? So let's try to get along here and let's try to be positive thinkers and positive, not procrastinators, but positive, social engagers in YouTube. Okay? So I'm just trying to say that I, just because I play metal music doesn't mean I'm a Satanist or a bad guy. Okay, so I'm just trying to say that I'm trying to say that I'm a nice guy. Okay, I'm very nice, very kind person. Okay, sociable guy. So what I'm trying to say is let's stop the negativity and let's try to be more positive. Okay, thank you.